So we've just had some crazy announcements in MMA. Baldy's done as well, let's just put it that way. But let's go through every individual fight that's being announced and sort of give like a little mini early prediction. Let's just call it that, yeah? Yeah. So, the first fight that got announced, a good fight. Ankalaev versus Pereira 2. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to us. Although the first fight was close, and I know his name ends in a V, so we now just act like it's a domination every time it does, or they're from the Caucasus Mountain, and then it's just an instant fucking 50-45. But this fight was a close fight. The first fight was, anyway. But I just think Ankalaev's boxing style is just going to be tough for for Pereira. Pereira, he is very good, obviously. He's a very good striker. And I know you can say he fought differently. Or maybe Ankalaev made him fight differently. And maybe we did kind of overhype these kickboxers coming in. Because, I don't know if you've noticed, but every time I watch an MMA kickboxer fight, the minute they fight a half-decent boxer who knows how to check leg kicks or anything like that, they kind of wilt. And that's what we saw with Pereira. And I do think Pereira can make the right adjustments, like, I don't know, don't throw empty, left hooks, think they're just going to land in KO him flat. You know what I mean? Like, maybe set it up at least. But I think he can make the right adjustments. But even then, I don't think he can. Because you've got to think, Ankalaev just won the belt. He's going to be more confident and all that type of stuff. As they always say, you win the belt, you get more confident. What's Pereira done? And as well, I saw on Instagram the other day, he's like 240 pounds. Like, he's legitimately 240 pounds now. Like, before, with all the Joe Rogan podcasts, we didn't actually know how much he weighs because Joe Rogan has a hatred of Pereira, I think, because he beat Izzy. And you know what Izzy's like with Izzy? He likes to overhype Izzy like he's some sort of, like, world beater when he literally beat Marvin Vettori twice and we act like he's, like, some sort of goat. But, yeah. I think Pereira can get this done, don't get me wrong. But I do think that if anyone's getting finished in this fight, it's Ankalaev will finish Pereira, maybe. Like, if anyone's getting finished, it's Ankalaev finishing Pereira. I think, like, the way he caught him overextending on the fence, that could happen again. And I think if you're watching that as Ankalaev, you're like, well, this time I want to put a ceiling on this fight. People called it a robbery. Those people are thick. I'm just saying it, it's just thick. Like, I thought it was a very close fight, but I think it was a clear 3 rounds to Ankalaev. Clear 3 rounds to Ankalaev, at least, right? But I can see a slight argument for Pereira, but no. Ankalaev 3 rounds, right? But I think this might go similar to, like, the Izzy Pereira 2 fight, where Pereira's battering him, and then maybe Ank will get his left hook in there, but I really don't know. I'm gonna go with the safe pick, Ankalaev, but I will be rooting for Pereira because Pereira's a fun guy. He gets finishes, and Ankalaev's just kind of dull, and he's gonna kind of ruin the light heavyweight division. And obviously, you saw here, so I don't have to act like it's some sort of big secret, and you probably woke up this morning to see it. If Pereira wins and Tom Aspinall wins, realistically, also just a thing. These are like 2 weeks, 3 weeks between each other, right? Just saying, right? Just saying, if Aspinall wins, which I think he will, but we'll get on that fight in a minute. Pereira, Aspinall, heavyweight, maybe? Let's be honest. But let's get on to the core main event of 320. Dvalishvili versus Sandhagen. Now, I put a Twitter post up, and it's kind of aged like milk, because I put this was my predictions for the announcement. I don't know why I posted predictions for an announcement, but I did that, and I put it won't be Merab versus Sandhagen because Merab said he struggles to make weight. But then the minute I posted that, I looked at 320 and I saw it was October 4th. So then I was like, fuck. Fuck. So, yeah, I've made myself look like a clown. Because obviously the 320 card's been pushed back a bit. But all I've got to say about this 320 card is at least it's not Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. I had a bad feeling Yair Rodriguez was going to fluke it so badly. Please never make that fight. Make fucking Evloev. Evloev pulled out. Just give him a title shot. It's a new name on Volk's record. But anyway, let's go on to Merab. I am rooting for Corey Sandhagen. I really fucking hate Merab. Merab is such a weird fighter. He's not good anywhere. Like, he's not a good wrestler. He's not a good grappler. He's not a good fucking striker. He isn't good at boxing. He hasn't got good defense. But what he has is the ability to shoot 50 million takedowns per round and minute, and he just pretty much outworks his opponents. And I don't know what to say. What can I say? What can I say? How are you gonna beat this fucking guy? Like, Umar, fucking, let's make the Umar fight, man. I'd rather have, like, I know we all hate Dagestanis here. I also hate Dagestanis, but, like, I'd rather watch Umar than Merab. Merab is so dull and boring, man. And now that he's got a finish and he had an entertaining fight against Umar, we're all like, oh my god, he's so entertaining, he emotes like it's fucking Fortnite. Whoa, you know. Like, why have we all just turned into children? But I'm rooting for Corey. But I'm going to be real. I'm seeing a clear 49-46 Merab incoming. A clear. And I feel like this fight is also a fight you just want to get over and done with. Because I don't see a path to victory for Corey. Well, I do. But I just don't see him winning. I just don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to happen whatsoever. I think Merab is just that guy. I think our best bet for seeing Merab losing is an Umar rematch, which Umar will probably be on the Aspinall card in a minute, fighting fucking Sean O'Malley or something. I don't know, and I think he'll beat Sean O'Malley. I don't know, but I do think we all act like Sean O'Malley's were really bad when he's really fucking good, and yeah. And people acting like when Merab beat O'Malley that it was a good thing, when it was probably the worst thing to ever happen to the sport, for bantamweight at least. But yeah, Merab, typical boring, slightly dominant decision. It isn't. He's not even dominant. Like, the new rules make it more clear that, like, if it gets, I think it was August, it's supposed to get, like, officially added, these new rules. I might change my opinion to Corey. If the new rules get added and it makes it clear that control time does not equal dominance, then I might choose Corey, because Merab wins via control time, not via damage. And I think the minute that fucking scorecards, like, that rules get like grounded in, and it's like you must be doing something with your control time, I think that's when we'll be like, okay, yeah. And then that's when I'll choose whoever Merab fights, unless it's like a Peter Yan who has like more of a defensive counter-punching style. But yeah, I don't see a path to victory. Like, he can scramble with the takedowns, maybe keep it going on, use butterfly hooks, reverse position, use more jiu-jitsu against him, maybe train guillotines. Like, you know what I think? A Gene Silver style, like his takedown defense of his chokes and stuff, is an amazing style against Merab. But obviously Gene Silver's he's practically a lightweight, and he's not even a featherweight. He missed weight against Bryce twice. You know what I mean? Fuck that guy, man. Fucking Israeli Shield. But the next fight on the card, Yuri Prochazka, my guy. You know my guy. I love Yuri, man. And I think Yuri's gonna get this one done. I know the leg kicks of round 3. The leg kicks of round 3 really scare me. They scare me for this fight. But then I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, round 3 is a southpaw. Pereira switches, and it's like you're gonna have to destroy both legs. And it's like you don't exactly control. You control the range well, but you don't control it range well. And round 3, let's be honest with round 3. He's a bum. Let's be honest. Like, his entire career is a fluke. Like, let's be honest. He got a robbery decision over Dustin Jacoby, and then like this is like the step, because you're right. Like, this is the top 3 at light heavyweight. You've got Big Ank. Big Ank farming followers of people who hate John Jones, right? Then you've got Pereira, who Yuri's lost twice to, but that's fucking Pereira, like top 10 goats. And then you've got Yuri. You've beat Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill's kind of washed now, let's be real. We saw that there in their fight. He is washed. He hasn't been the same since his tear on his heel. And like I'm the one who's only going to be real about it. Everyone calls him shit his entire career. You weren't calling him shit when he beat up Glover Teixeira, and we're all like, alright, he's probably going to beat Yuri Prochazka. But, Yuri Prochazka, I don't think he's good. I think Yuri Prochazka's going to fucking, like, he's going to take damage, obviously, but I think he's going to walk through him. I literally think he's going to pressure, combinations, and kill Roundtree in there. And we've seen Roundtree get broken when people don't just try and tap with him. And I feel like what Roundtree did to Pereira is kind of what made Ankalaev beat Pereira, because they're kind of a similar game plan. Southpaws are always going to beat Pereira or give him a difficult fight at least. You know what I mean? With Yuri can switch. Yuri pressures. He's wild. He's got new head movement. This is new Yuri Prochazka. And you know, I want to say something. No one is beating my boy Yuri Prochazka, right? He's making a run to the title. He probably loses to Ankalaev, but let's delusionally support this guy. Let's delusionally support this guy. But yeah, he's gonna take more men out to the woods. That was such a bad moment. Give him a translator, please. And the fight I'm most excited for. English Chad Tom Aspinall is fighting some French soy boy. You know what I mean? I don't know where they found this guy, but yeah. But no, legitimately, I think Gane is a hard matchup for Tom Aspinall. I really do think that. I think Tom Aspinall's a really fucking. Gane is a very tough test for Tom Aspinall, but Aspinall's still gonna run through him in the first round. I'm still saying it. There is no one on Tom's level. People is like, I do think Gane is Aspinall's hardest fight. And after that, it's like a Jalen Almeida. But after that, he runs for everyone. Like, I think I'd probably give this a fucking 65-35. Like, that's how much, like, and this is like Tom's hardest fight in my opinion. The movement, he's more technical. He showed good improved takedown defense against Volkov. But Aspinall doesn't shoot for your legs. He shoots fucking through you. Like you're not even there, man. Aspinall's like a big fucking British bull, you know what I mean? He's like a fucking British bulldog. He just runs through you. Like, what is your game plan against Tom Aspinall? Like, just holding against the fence, which, this is literally when I'm not really debating people, but like when I'm talking about people, like, who beats Tom Aspinall? They either say Jones, which you can argue it. I know we all like that fucking Aspinall would kill him, right? We all like saying that, but let's be real, it is a closer fight, right? And then they say Jailton Almeida's his hardest test. Jailton Almeida throws punches in a straight line, right? It's like they don't know what Aspinall does. He gets you biting on fakes, he'll jab you and he'll make that angle. The second he makes that angle, it's dead. You know what I mean? Shut up. It's not Jailton Almeida. I think Jailton Almeida is probably Tom Aspinall's easiest test because he comes in on a straight fucking line. You know what I mean? And even if then he holds him on the cage, he's going to finish him out the same way Curtis Blades did. But I'm glad the fight's been made because this is kind of a fight we just want to get over and done with. And as well, Abu Dhabi, UK time for us UK Chads, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I think Tom Aspinall's going to run through him and submit him in the first round. I don't think he KOs Gane. Although I think he can KO Gane, I don't think he will. I think Tom's a very smart fighter. He's not fake. His interviews, he seems like a very smart guy. He's not going to go in there trying to prove how much of a bigger dick he has. He's going to go in there, take him down, submit him in the first round. And you know what? I'm going to say Kimura. I'm going to say first round Kimura. And literally... But I'm gonna say something though. I'm gonna say something. we do kind of overhype Tom Aspinall's skills. Like, he is really fucking good, and I think he'll beat everyone in the heavyweight division. There's no one gonna beat him, but we act like he's like an undefeated monster. But like, he can be beaten. He can be beaten. There's a clear path to victory for him, and and he's already beaten the one guy who I think is the guy who could do it, and that's Curtis Blades. So what can we do about that? I think there's one guy to do it. It's Curtis Blades, and Curtis Blades couldn't do it. So, and it was at 5 a.m. his time. So Tom Aspinall is that guy. No one beats him. Gane has the highest chance so far, and I don't think he will. And it's more because how fast he is. I think you need someone to have the same agility as him, the same power as him, which Gane doesn't have. He hits like a bitch for heavyweight, like, doesn't he? But yeah, I really don't understand. Like, I was thinking maybe Gane could get it done by just not allowing Aspinall to make that angle and kill him, but he got dropped by Tai Tuivasa. And it's like, even if he does make that angle and hits him, he's just going to blast a double leg underneath, if not. You know what I mean? But I think Tom Aspinall is just going to touch gloves, he's going to bounce back and forward as he does, make the angle, and then he's going to blast a fucking double leg, put him on his ass, sit in side control for a bit. Oh, there's the camera. Oh, yeah, shit the bed, live and pay-per-view. And isn't this... How many title shots has this fucking guy had? So we have Gane versus... Was it Lewis for an interim belt? And he won that one. Then we've had Gane versus Francis, which he should have probably won that. I rewatched that last night when it got announced. He should have probably won that with the heel hook. But then we had Jones versus Gane, which he shit the bed in there. Big moment for him. And then we had Gane versus Aspinall, which has just been made. That's 4 title shots. I know you can say interim, but like, interim literally means at the same time. So there's 2 champions. So that's 4 things. So in title fights, he's 2-1. You know what I mean? Like, 1 and 2. My boy Tom is not losing to you. My boy Tom isn't losing to you. Simple as that. But yeah, like, sick announcements. Well done, Baldy. Well done, Baldy. And now I've got to go record my prediction video for the Abu Dhabi cars, and I'll have that out tomorrow, or maybe the day after. I don't know. But yeah, that's the video. Just wanted to make a quick one, talk about the announcements, because these announcements are fucking class, man. These announcements are class. But yeah, like, comment your predictions, and yeah, let's hope Marab gets brutally knocked out. But yeah, that's the video.